Hi guys. So there it is. I'm gonna make a video which is going to be kind of a review for a Toyota Prius 2019. Let's check one thing on this Prius. I'm pulling out right now the tape measure, probably a surprised white tape measure. Okay, let's check, not really underneath, but let's check over here. What do we see? You see how beat up this is? Because picks up on the road all kinds of crap. In actuality, it's less than 8 inch even. It's something 7 3/4, something like this. Now let's go to another car, my old Civic that I stopped driving. Let's check it over here. I have not done this, I'm doing it right now with you. Let's see what we're gonna get over here on this one. There is difference. Let's say about 8.5, something like this. Anyways, so it would seem like it's not a big difference, right? But you know what, guys? You know, actually, engine bay, all those internals over there, they don't hang as low as this this Prius. It's tough. Also, those panels underneath, the panels. Look what happened over there. You see? You see? You can see it hangs even lower than the. It hangs. Yeah, the panel itself is not affected. That one is torn off, but the panel itself is not really affected in a way that it made it hang lower than it used to be. No, it's still just what it is. But what you can see, is that the panel is actually lower than the bumper in some way. But this is how it used to be. I don't know even what to say, but you know what? It was never a problem for the Civic. See? Never. That's a 2004 Civic. I never had this kind of problems. Torn panels, stuff like that. It just never happened. The panels, first of all, are minimal over there, and I never had this kind of comedy, you know, going on. First of all, Civic is higher. Somehow it saves the day, but I used this Civic, I bought it in 2005. In 2005, this is when I got it. All these years, I never had a problem like this. Never. With the Prius, look, I was yesterday in the middle of a trip, a business trip, and I just had to quit and get home. That's a big no, because the Civic, it wasn't doing this to me. Basically getting me off-road, I mean off of the road, for a ridiculous reason like this, it never happened. But on the road, stuff happens. There are pieces of semi truck tires. Nighttime, they blend in with the road. Most of the times you see them, yeah. But it's just going to happen that sometimes you will not see it. And you see how much it was hit. If I had just that tiny little bit of a clearance that the Civic has, I wouldn't even end up with this kind of marks over here. It tells you it is critical. This little bit of clearance, it actually is critical. And Toyota screwed up on this one. It's nothing else but just literally screwed up. It's like, Ivan, are you mad? Of course I'm mad. It never happened with the Civic. Never, ever since 2005. I've been beating the Civic. The Civic has about 170,000 miles on it. I never ever experienced a thing like this. With the Toyota Smart Pants Toyota, look at this. It's a 3-month-old car. Just look at it. It's not that I tried to run a piece of a semi-truck tire or something. No, I didn't see it. It blended in with the highway. It was a nighttime. Most of the times you see it, but this time I just didn't see it. So, because this wasn't ever happening with the Civic, I don't see really as much blame in myself. Because it's obviously due to a design. I drove the Civic 170,000 miles. I never ever had to quit on my business trip because that panel underneath is scraping so bad. It's plastic, it's none of a big deal really, but it was scraping so bad that I couldn't basically continue a business trip. I had to have customers basically in my car, and I couldn't continue. It was done. I dropped off the last customer. So that's it. That's all it was. That's it. I was done. I had to go home. So now I have to leave this car and take care of it if I don't want to go to a dealer. Insurance claim. I don't even want to bother. All I know that I shouldn't have been ending up with a problem like this. If my Civic never gave me a headache like this for 170,000 year, 170,000 miles, what does this tell you? It's a design flaw. You cannot attribute this to a driver being careless or something. It wasn't carelessness. I didn't see it. It blended in with the highway. I didn't see it. That's what it was. And excuse me, I passed my DMV test just fine, vision-wise. So it's not my eyes really. It just happens. But again, with the Civic never happened. Never. It boils down to a design flaw. It's too low. Just like you see. Look, these marks over here. See? That little bit that the Civic has it tells you, place all the difference over here. If this Prius was just 1 inch higher, or at least 3/4 of an inch higher, things would have been different. Most likely it would just slip through and not cause no harm whatsoever. Wouldn't be able to get that panel so bad in order to tear it off. It would just slide through. That's it. Even if such thing happens that the piece blended with the highway, you didn't see it and went through. If something really bigger, then, well, what can you do? But over here, you can see what Civic would just chew up is like a huge problem for this car. This is kind of pain in a butt design flaw, obviously. Another counterpart, albeit fully gas engine, but about the same car, I mean the same size car, doesn't experience this kind of problems. It never came to my mind I can have a ridiculous problem like this happen on a road. I've been driving the Civic forever. Never, not once, not even once. It never happened. Never. So, not only that, I actually recollect once, it was years ago, we were going to San Diego, me, my wife, kids, and as usual, man, that spouse of mine, she likes really to chat. And she kept chatting me big time. And I remember she took basically my attention so much that I actually oversaw a pretty big piece of a semi-truck tire, exactly that semi-truck tire. It happened years ago. Since that case, I really try to watch. I do my best. I really try to stay away, steer clear, stuff like that. But that one was just me chatting with my wife. It went too far. By the time I saw the tire, I did see it. It was too late to swerve anywhere, and cars around, and it was not safe to do it. I had to chew it. Guess what? The Civic, it chewed through. All I heard is just a bang underneath the car. It chewed through like nothing. I stopped the car, I got out. I really wasn't happy with me that I didn't see it on time, that I completely take the fault absolutely after me. I completely take it, the fault. I should have been chatting less and just I would see it on time. Absolutely, it was a daytime, and I eventually saw it, but it was too late to swerve anywhere. But guess what? The Civic chewed through it. I stopped the car. I looked underneath. Not a problem. Nothing torn off. No leaks of any kind. Nothing to see damaged. Nothing torn off whatsoever. And nothing hanging. No, not a thing. No leaks of any kind. Till today. Till today. And that piece was quite something. With this one on a Prius, I didn't hear no bang, no nothing. What that was? But by the front bumper over here, you can see it was something rubber. You can see. I don't know what you see, but I actually can tell this was a rubber. So that's why I think that this was a semi-truck piece again. Of a tire that just blended with the highway. I never saw it. I just say the way it is. I never saw it. Even though I see well, but I never saw it. So, also by the marks on the front over there, that they were not before this happened, it was all clean, nice. By the marks, I can tell that if this car was slightly higher, just a little bit, it would be able to chew through most of stuff like that, and not a problem would even happen. Over here, out of nothing, a stupid problem. It was a nighttime. I was watching my way. There was no chatting. I was really watching my way. I never saw it. So, in comparison to the Civic, there is a design flaw, no question about this. This car should have been higher, or I don't know. Toyota should have sold this car with a slightly bigger rims, or if possible, I don't know, taller tires, which make the car itself, higher. whatever, but out of a driving experience with the Civic, this is a problem. This is evident problem. It happened to me, and it will happen to anyone. There is nothing you can do. It sometimes will be happening once in a great while. It will be happening that you will not see something that it just blends so perfectly in with the road, and you won't see it. It does happen. There's nothing to do. It happens. And what can you do? It happens. Sometimes oncoming vehicles, they can blind you. They can blind you, and you may not see the stuff. But as with the Civic, you would just chew through, and it would never be a problem for you. This Civic, it chewed through every single possible thing that I saw or didn't see for all of the 170,000 miles it went through since 2005 that I drive it. It chewed through everything, and I never was stranded on the road for such a reason, or having to abandon my business venture trip, whatever, at that particular moment, and just take care of this kind of thing. So I don't say that I'm 100%, blameless. I don't know. But I tried my best. I know I tried my best driving. This time there was no chatting, no blah blah blah, and no nothing like that. I did pretty good job, I feel, driving this time. And this happened. I understand they're trying to make this car lower in order to be more fuel efficient, blah blah. But you know what? Sacrifice extra 20 20 miles per tank full. This car at this time, what I see, if I'm a little bit harder on it, it would do like 530 something miles on a tank full. If I'm really light on it, it will do up to 560 something on a tank full. That's good. I don't say nothing. That's good. But you know what? Just make this car a little bit higher. That's fine. I don't look for extra 20 miles per tank, and you have to run into problems like this. This car is already having really good MPG anyway, so not a big deal. It just wasn't worth it, making it that much low, this car, and to be able to pick up all kinds of garbage on the way. Because no matter how much you try to do a good job driving, it's going to happen. People will blind you. Something else is going to happen. Somebody can cut in front of you, effectively hiding that piece of something that you could see, tire or whatever on the road, that piece of garbage. Cut in front of you, distract you by their car, basically hiding that thing. You really would see it way too late. All kinds of things can happen on the road, and you will have to chew through with your car, and you will find yourself with a problem like this. It's ridiculous. Not happy at all. Yeah, great fuel mileage. I don't dispute that. But it could be a little bit less, good in that regard. And to be able to be a little bit, more practical in this regard. I'm gonna lift it right now so you can take a look. From different angle at the damage, or better look, whatever. Let's lift it up. I'm gonna show you. This is not a rapid pump jack. Pretty slow, but it still does the job. Take a look. See. This is what happened. This is what happened basically. And what can you do? It happens. But never a case with the Civic. Just never. Never a case with the Civic. You know, great MPG, but to tell you the truth, I feel like Toyota sold me a piece of shit. I'm sorry for the language, guys, but this is how it feels like. Toyota sold me a piece of shit. Because if you want to tell me that you will never drive through a piece of semi-truck or stuff like that, better save that for later. You will, eventually you will. No matter how good of a job driving you do, you just will. It's gonna happen. Like I told you, can get blinded. Somebody can cut in front of you and hide all that field of view in front of you. And it just happens. The fix over here is make this car 1 inch taller. At least 3/4 of an inch. And it would be able to chew through most of the stuff just like that. Fly through. Well, it is what it is. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Replace the rims. Sorry for that hand. Replace the rims for future with higher ones, or look for slightly taller tires, or I don't know, some kind of solution to find on this, because it just desperately needs at least 3/4 of an inch. It feels like it desperately needs it. Really, like desperately needs it. This is at this time. This is my biggest gripe. That doesn't make me happy at all. Anyway, another thing about this car, what I want to point out, which is really drives me nuts. I should have done, I guess, a better job looking up this car, but take a look at this. You see, anything I put over here tends to fly off. I put my keys, they fly off. I put my phone, it flies off. It happens. Sometimes you have to brake a little bit harsher. It can happen to anybody driving. Things will fly who knows where. This could be a little bit higher. Over here, look, nothing holds it. Just make it a little bit higher like this. Make sure this is actually a compartment. It can actually hold stuff. Anything you put just flies all over. It can fly to your pedals, actually endangering you. Actually, creating a hazard for you. That thing, I don't like it at all. These two that for at this time that I find they really drive me unhappy. These two, and that one in a cab is not a small thing. You can just forget that stuff doesn't hold stuff well, and set your phone or something else, and it will fly. And it can interfere with your pedals, and you can be somewhere on a highway driving 65, and it can be packed with cars. What you gonna do? It can really actually get you in trouble. Your phone can get lodged who knows where in there between those pedals, and basically get you in an accident. How stupid is that? So these two basically, and they're not small thing. They're not small thing at all. Well, with lifting the car, I can probably do something about it. We'll see. I don't know how much I can do about it, but we'll see. Inside with that panel that you set your stuff, it's easy to forget that it doesn't hold nothing, and still drop your phone or something, and can get in trouble basically, which I wish doesn't happen to me. But these two huge inconvenience inside the cab with that stuff, and the car appears to be too low. It just picks up all kinds of crap on the way. That's all. Sorry for the language, guys. I guess went off in a way. But what can you do? This is what it is. The famed Toyota Prius. Toyota, if you're listening, listen better. Actually, listen with your ears. If you're listening, listen better. Fix this. Screw your extra 20 miles per tank full. Lift this car. Make it higher. Because as I said, this Honda over there, in 170,000 miles, it never ever got me in a problems like this. Never ever. I was always good to go. Even if semi-truck piece happened. Even if so. So, well, we'll see. At this time, not very happy, but I'll see what I can do with this Prius in order to get me happy. I'll see what can be the options to make it higher. Rims, tires, whatever, or something else. And if nothing can be really done, and this car keeps me unhappy, you know what? Screw your MPG, screw your tankful PG, whatever. I'm gonna sell it off. Just get me angry enough, I'm gonna sell it off, get rid of it. That's all. I'm gonna find me something that fits me better. That's all it is. That fits me better. So, this is the gripe, guys. That's my experience with Toyota Prius 2019. The way it's set up kinda has some disappointments. So, take into attention these, and if you're buying a car, I hope my advice can help you in some way so that you know what to expect about this car. So far, in every other regard, seems to be great. It's pretty soft car, comfortable ride. I cannot complain. But it needs to be taller. And that compartment in front over there that is supposed to hold some stuff of yours, a phone or stuff like that, it's obviously designed to place your phone. It doesn't hold nothing. Your phone can fly off, can lodge somewhere in your pedals, and I don't know what you're gonna be doing then. That's a question. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I hope that doesn't happen to you. We'll see what I can do about that. But what you can do, gonna screw with screws a compartment of top of a compartment? I don't know. I didn't buy a car to do that. It seems like a ridiculous idea. It's no way I want to do that. So, well, that's about it. So, if this helps you in any way to know something more about this car, that at least definitely would make me happy. So this is it, guys. So, see you again next time, whenever I catch you.